Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Silent Core and welcome back to my Red Dead series. Today we will be taking a look at Red Dead Online versus GTA Online 2 years in. We're going to be taking a look at what's different between these two games from Rockstar, and the results are actually very interesting. So I was actually inspired to make this video from an article from Screen Rant, and they actually titled this one, Red Dead Online has been largely neglected by Rockstar when compared to GTA Online's support in the roughly 2 years since its initial launch. And check this out, after 2.5 years, GTA Online had 21 big updates under its belt, while Red Dead Online has only seen 7. The extreme lack of support and just plain neglect on Red Dead Online has been so frustrating for the whole player base. If you look at the Steam numbers of how many players are playing Red Dead Online, they are severely down. If you look at any YouTuber's views that covers Red Dead Online as their main game, everyone's views are down. So the game right now is in a pretty dire state, and it's actually approaching 12 months, a whole year, since we've had a major DLC into the game. I'm not counting the Bounty Hunter expansion as a major update, you know, that was basically a day's worth of content for most Red Dead Online players, but the Naturalist was way back in July 2020. That was the last role we had into the game, and even then most players were pretty unsatisfied with the Naturalist. It was definitely one of the lower received roles that we've had into the game so far. Now I have seen some players defending Rockstar on this one and using the pandemic as a reason why content on Red Dead Online is suffering right now, and while that is true, the development of Red Dead Online has to be done at home right now and has been in that state for quite some time. GTA Online didn't have that within its first few years. They were still in their office and operating as normal. However, with this tweet by Yang Young, you can see the actual difference of support between these two games, and you can see a huge disparity between the scale, the resources, and the size of these DLCs that have gone into both of these live services. So you can't really use the pandemic as any argument here, since a lot of these DLCs were developed from home. So what we're going to do is take a close look and a comparison at all of the DLCs Rockstar has released since the launch of Red Dead Online. So we're going to be comparing the Red Dead Online DLCs to GTA Online DLCs, and you guys might be quite surprised at these results. So we're first of all going to go through all of the major DLCs that GTA Online has received since the launch of Red Dead Online, and the first one is Arena War, and this was a major content update. They had a whole new area, a whole new arena, multiple maps. There were 46 separate new vehicles included in this DLC, quite a few different variations and customizations in all of these cars. There was a new RC controllable car, the RC Bandito, and multiple new civilian cars added with this update. In 2019, there were 2 massive updates added to GTA Online, and they were 2 Diamond Casino related updates. The first one was the addition of the Diamond Casino. This was a whole new map area. There was a new master penthouse added. The whole Diamond Casino and Resort was very well done. It was a whole new business added to the game. There were new casino missions, casino work, 22 new vehicles with that update, and over 500 clothing items. This was followed up later in the year with the Diamond Casino Heist update. This was another major DLC that included a new property with the arcades and a new Diamond Casino Heist that was an extremely epic and very profitable heist added to the game. There were 20 new vehicles that came along part of this, there were new weapons, and many new customization options. And then in 2020, there were 2 other major updates added to GTA Online. First of all was the Los Santos Summer Special. This one included new missions, business battles, new adversary modes. There were 9 new open wheel racetracks, the open wheel racetrack creator, there were new arcade games, and even 15 new vehicles added to the game. And this was followed up with another major DLC in 2020, the Cayo Perico Heist, which was literally a whole new map expansion, something Red Dead Online players have been craving for since the release of that game. But they got a whole new Cayo Perico Island. This update was most definitely developed at home by Rockstar Games, just showing the power that they still have in their development teams when they're actually assigned to a project. So, something we've not seen with Red Dead Online is just that scale of developers actually working on an update. But this DLC also included a whole submarine you can own, you could customize, there were new weapons, new vehicles, and of course the Cayo Perico Island and Heist. Alright, so what we're going to do next is compare these DLCs to the ones that Rockstar created for Red Dead Online in the exact same time frame. So kicking us off with the first one was a gambling update. This one included a couple of new weapons. There were poker added to Red Dead Online. There were some new missions and free roam missions, and just some clothing and gameplay changes with this update. The next update later in 2019 was the Frontier Pursuits update. Personally, one of my favourite updates. I think this was one of the biggest updates we've actually had to date into Red Dead Online, was the Frontier Pursuits, and that added 3 new roles into the game: the Bounty Hunter, the Collector, and the Trader. There was a new Outlaw Pass, there was new clothing, and some other small changes within the game. And then at the end of 2019 we had the Moonshiners update. Although this was only 1 new role this time compared to 3, the Moonshiners role was still a very well received update. The new story missions were great, there was some new weapons, and a new business added with the Moonshiner role. And this seems to be where everything kind of changed. In 2020 we had the Naturalist role halfway through the year, which again was only 1 role. It contained a couple of weapons, Outlaw Pass number 3, and some new clothing were added to the game with this update, as well as all the legendary animals. And then of course at the end of 2020 we had the Bounty Hunter expansion, which was essentially 10 new ranks slapped onto the Bounty Hunter role, a new Outlaw Pass season number 4, and a couple of new weapon variants. And I'm sure the vast majority of you guys would agree this was literally the most disappointing update we've ever had into Red Dead Online. Guys, when we compare the DLCs in both of these games, the disparity is huge. GTA Online gets multiple heist updates, island expansions, while Red Dead Online has just been suffering in silence, and its updates have gotten considerably smaller and smaller, until the stage we're getting Outlaw Passes without even a DLC included. We're just getting the Outlaw Pass to sell some gold bars to squeeze the current player base. I think the most frustrating part for players is that Red Dead Online does have the potential to make Rockstar a lot of money. Obviously not as much as Grand Theft Auto, but Red Dead Online can still be very, very successful if they were to deliver us good content. However, it's just a bit of a shame they seem to be going the more lazy route. They're giving us Outlaw Passes with gold bar skip options to skip through the ranks. A lot of players are buying gold bars just to complete the Outlaw Pass and get through the ranks. And those Outlaw Passes require such little development time compared to creating an actual DLC or new missions, new cutscenes, motion capture work, and all that other development time that is associated with actual real content. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you can agree with me when you compare these DLCs side by side that it's so obvious that Red Dead Online needs more support from Rockstar to actually succeed. If you do agree, please take a second to leave a like on the video and even a comment, let me know your thoughts. And if you want to be kept up to date with all the latest Red Dead and Rockstar updates, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future breaking news. Have a great day guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.